just as the contemporary humans, also the Neanderthals came from the Americas, on the ships of navigating humans. This American ancestry is confirmed for the humans by means of the relevant ancestral markers. This American ancestry is confirmed for the Neanderthals by means of a simple search for Haplotype B006, which comprises Neanderthals and Denisovans. Haplotype B006 is an X-linked haplotype, and is a genetic marker found in non-African populations, and presents particularly high frequencies in Amerindians in the Americas. In the haplotype tree, Neanderthals come just after or in line of the ancestors, which we claim to have been contemporary humans, and they or other humans were used as the DNA source for the hybridization or possible in cradles organized into breeding with Neanderthals. That Neanderthals are strongly related to mines is easily confirmed by researching about the places their fossils are found. It does not make sense for supposed hunter-gatherers to systematically die in or close to mines. The first fossils to be identified as Neanderthals were discovered in 1856 in the Neander Valley, Neanderthal, in Germany, specifically in the Kleinfeldhofer Cave, which is part of a limestone mine. You will find something similar in over 90% of the cases if you research all the next Neanderthal fossil finds. There are other clear indices Neanderthals and other Archaics lived in captivation. Of course, some Neanderthals would escape or become abandoned, in which cases they would behave as small and vulnerable groups of hunter-gatherers. Neanderthals died out because they became uninteresting for humans to further breed and use. This is when the humans started to bred other, less robust, but more cost-efficient hybrids, or Archaics, that would replace the Neanderthals. These changes of hybrids as well as their spreading can be observed in the changing and geographical progression of the haplogroups. Some of these changes and spreading of haplogroups are discussed in detail in some of our videos. Resuming, most of the modern humans today are the latest of the successfully launched hybrids and haplogroups, that had most of them launched from the Americas, with successfully launched meaning that they were able to achieve significant population turnover events, like the ones that David Reich and others detected and proved in Europe, Western Europe, and India. When one applies this rewritten human history on all the data we have available today, including the quite recent and consensus disrupting ancient DNA, all complexity and paradigms will disappear quicker than snow for the sun. Something similar to the above is most probably the case for almost all descendants or subclades of the origin, that consequently also are hybrids for similar reasons, however in general, more cost-effective and more modern, and or higher or more specialized class or caste, this with time and mutations progressing. The downside of all this, almost certainly, is that with each mutation the DNA of the hybrid or offspring gets more and more unstable DNA, which of course makes it more vulnerable for diseases and indirectly to epidemics, but most of all for degenerative diseases, especially those that affect cognitive functioning. Hybridizations could have been involuntarily, but also could have been completely voluntarily. If and when this rewritten human history becomes more consensual, we humans should start to pay more attention to the degree our DNA is becoming more unstable. This is because our scientists, like also Evan Eichler, are well aware of the many duplications and deletions our DNA suffered already in the distant past, as well the more recent mutations that gave rise to the new haplogroups, or hybrids, and also that all these are potential causes of DNA instability, which on its turn is a potential cause for already existing as well as new congenital diseases in individuals, and that at some point could affect our herd. This directly, but also indirectly.